So a very good afternoon to all. My name is Gaurav and welcome to BISP Solution. This is 14th or 15th session of ARCS series, and today's topic to be discussed is Oracle ARCS Intercompany Transaction Matching. Okay, so we'll be matching the intercompany transactions. So before that, let's see the example in our Excel sheet. So let me open my Excel sheet first, and here, okay, suppose A is my parent company. Okay, so A is my parent company and it has two subsidiaries. One is B and the second one is C. So these two are the subsidiaries for A. Okay, so the transaction between AB, BC or CA, like this, the transaction between these three companies are known as intercompany transaction matching. Okay, so when we do this in our ARCS, mostly we do the accounts receivable to accounts payables, okay, which is AP to AR. Accounts payable to accounts receivable, this is the main transaction for intercompany transactions, okay, which is accounts payable to accounts receivable. Okay, so let me go to my application, and under application first we create the match type. Okay, before that let me show you my data file, which is my source system. Okay, this is the same file which we have did in previous some classes. This is the same. Okay, but we will be giving the tolerance for this file. Okay, and like this, save this, and our subledger is here. So let's also check the subledger. Look here. Okay, this is my subsystem. So we have loaded this previously, but we haven't given tolerance for this amounts which is here in our subsystem and in our source system. We just loaded the data and we go with the exact matching, but we haven't given any tolerance. So in today's lecture I'll be discussing the intercompany and giving the tolerance for date as well as the amount. Here is the inverse amount in our source system. When we go to our subsystem, here is the same amount over here. Look here, which is our inverse amount. Okay, so let's go to the instance, and under instance go to your application and let's create the match type first. So AP to PO we did yesterday. Okay, look here, this is the intercompany 11120, okay, like this. So click on new. My ID is accounts receivables to accounts payable. Okay, this is my ID and my name will be same as my ID, which is AR to AP. Control C, Control V. Description will be intercompany AR to AP transaction matching TM. Okay, so this is my description. Instruction is no need to give. If you want to give, you can give, otherwise leave it. Then first is the property, then we have the data source. Okay, so we will be defining our data source here. Save this, then go to your data source. Here we'll be giving two data source. First data source is our AR, which is account receivable, like this. Okay, this is my source system, so I'll be allowing the transaction to be deleted and the transaction to be splitted. Okay, and save this, and after that just start giving the attributes. Okay, so first attribute we have is the date, then the invoice, inverse amount, and the payment date. Okay, so start giving them one by one. First is the date. First we have is date. This is my date and it's also my accounting date. Okay, like this. Save this. Next we have is our invoice, I think. Okay, invoice. and my invoice is in number. Okay, so select number and my decimal place is 0. It is required. Save this. Then next we have is our inverse amount. Okay, so different ERP, okay, have different attributes. Right now it is inverse amount, but sometime it might be your invoice amount also. So, okay, so when it comes like this, INV amount, okay, like this, it might be your inverse amount or might be your invoice amount. First you have to confirm with your client what it means. It means inverse amount or might be your invoice amount. Okay, so close this. Inverse amount. It's in number and it is my balancing attribute, so I'll be clicking and check mark on balancing attribute and it is required. So save this, and in the end we have is payment date. Okay, so payment date, if you want to give you can give, otherwise leave it, because here in our subsystem we do not have payment date over here. We just have 3 attributes, which is date, invoice and inverse amount. Okay, so I won't be adding payment date. Just click on new and start giving the data source and the attributes for your AP, which is accounts payable. Okay, this one is my AP. Okay, and save it like this. Okay, in mostly intercompany cases AP and AR has been taken, so this is the important case which I will be discussing with you today only. So first attribute we have is date, and it is my type is date required, and it is accounting date. Look here, one more thing I want to tell you. Suppose if you have selected here, cancel this. If you have selected this, allow transaction to be splitted, and when you add any unique attribute in your here in your data source, okay, so when you select key and when you save it, it won't be able to save this. Look here, let me show you. We have the date, it's my date. Okay, so look, it's my accounting date, and save it. Look here, the key attribute cannot be added when transaction is splitted is enabled. So when you have to select the key attribute, you have to disable the split one. Okay, transaction is split one. After that only you can be able to give this key attribute. Okay, like this. Then next we have is our invoice and inverse amount. Decimal place will be 0, required, save it. And the last we have the inverse amount. Okay, so we have added 2 data sources, which is AR and AP. Our next steps is to go to your transaction type, and here you will be creating a new adjustment. Okay, so which is under other, and my name is, for transaction temp the name is round off error. Okay, look here, round off, and save it. So the digit will be which are in your ERP, when it goes to round off, it will be posted in your AP and AR, which is accounts payable and accounts receivable. Okay, and the rule here is the manual match rule. Next we have is our match process. Under match process, first we have is our properties. So my ID is AR to AP, and the name of the match process is the same, which is AR AP. Then the number of data source are 2. My source system is AR, subsystem is AP. Okay, and my set adjustment accounting date is match date. We won't be taking latest accounting date in the match group, so leave it. Okay, save this. Okay, when you save this, a default attribute mapping has done, which means that your source system, which is AR, and your subsystem, which is AP, the inverse amount of AR and the inverse amount of AP will be auto match. Okay, look here, without any tolerance, exact match. Okay, so then our next step is to go to your match rule, and there we will be giving the rule to match. Okay, so let's start giving the auto match rule first. This is my rule 1, and this is the exact match, and make sure the status isn't confirmed. Okay, so save this. After saving this, the condition column gets enabled. Look here. Okay, so the inverse amount of AR will be exactly matching with the inverse amount of AP. This is the default rule. The second rule we will be giving for date. Okay, every time you give the rule, make sure you save it first. After that, give the another rule. Add new rule condition here, and give the new condition, which is invoice will be matching with the invoice of AP, like this, and save it again. So one rule we have given, which is the exact match rule. The second rule will be our matching with tolerance. So close this and add new match rule. In this is my R2, which means rule 2, and we will be matching with certain tolerance. Save it. Okay, so go to your source system and your subsystem, and there you will be seeing, let me zoom it little. Okay, so here you can see the dates, the invoice, and the inverse amount. So I hope the invoice will be same for both the source system as well as the subsystem. So first invoice is 2324. Look if any difference is there in the invoice. 28 29 28 29 29 30 29 20. Fine. Okay, till here the invoice are same. Okay, and here we have two rows. Okay, but here we use the rule which is the split one. We divide this 60,000 into 2, which is 30,000 and 30,000. Okay, like this. So we'll be giving the same invoice here, which is 30 31, because this two amount belongs to the same category. We just split this 60,000 into two figures, which is 30 and 30, like this. Okay, then go for the date. So here we have 5, the same here we have 6, but here we have the 7th of April. So one day from here. Then April 8, fine. 9th of April, 10th, 11th. Yeah. So only the date comes here, which is 1 day of difference. So we'll be giving 1 day difference in our rule condition with certain tolerance of 1 day. Okay, then go for the amount. 20,000 fine. 45,000 50,000. Look here, there is a difference of 1,000. Okay, in our source system we have 55,000, but in our subsystem we have 56,000. So the difference here is 1,000. Okay, then we have 71,200, 71,200, 89. Here is the difference, which is 600. So 1000 for here in 55 and 600 from here, so total is 1600. Then we have is 34. Fine. So we will be giving the tolerance for our date. Okay, customize limit, which is 16,000. So understand this thing, your client won't be allowed to give you the tolerance which is 16,000. Okay, he won't be allowed to give you at least 10 only, because these are the huge amounts. Okay, this amount means a lot for the client. This is just an example, that's why I'm telling you, but in real case it won't give you tolerance, it won't tolerate this much amount difference. Okay, so we have given the tolerance for the amount 1. Next we'll be giving for the date. So click on add condition, date, match with tolerance, minus 2 days. It is 1 day, but I still giving 1 day extra, like this. Save this and go to your adjustment detail over here, and also save this. Okay, and after saving all this, click the final save here and then close it. So we have given the two rules. First is the exact match rule, and second rule is our match with certain tolerance. So close it, change the status. His status is my approved, save it like this. Okay, so after completing the match type, our next step is to go to your format and create the format for this match type. So format is in configuration, name is AR, which is account receivable to accounts payable. Method is my transaction matching only. Match type is ARAP. Okay, nothing else we will be giving in our format. Instruction, there is no need of instruction. Attributes, fine. So next step is to go to your profile and create the profile for this match type. Okay, first clear all the filter, then click on add. Name is ARAP TM, which is transaction matching. After giving all these things, before giving all these things, first select the format so that all the extra things been removed automatically. Okay, look here. So the extra things which are in our profile has been vanished, and this is my assets, accounts receivable, balance is my debit, process will be in balance sheet, organization unit will be my APAC. Okay, then our next step is to give the workflow. So preparer will be my Alex, he will be my preparer, so select him. Okay, then we select the currency. Currency will be taking us functional, and the functional, under functional we have the USD, which is default currency. So fine, save this and close it and check for the validity. So the profile which we have created just right now, it is valid. Okay, then our next step is to go to your job card, which is here, and under job we'll be loading our data. Okay, so under job we have the TM column, and under TM we have the icon of action here. Drill it down and click on import transaction. Import transaction, and first change the match type. Our match type is ARAP, so select it, and we won't be running the rule while importing, we'll be running it later. Then this is my sub ledger, which is for AP, and my source ledger is for my AR. So select it like this and submit the process. So the process is in pending. Refresh it 2 to 3 times so that the result can be shown as completed. It's still running. So it is completed. Our next step is to go to your matching card, and under matching search for the reconciliation, which we have dotted the data, which is 110020. Okay, this is my reconciliation. So run auto-match rule. Okay, look here, the unmatched transaction here is 9 in our source system, and the unmatched transaction for my subsystem is 8. So when I refresh it, okay, look, so here we left out with 2 and here we left out with 1. Okay, so let's open and see if there is a suggested match for this 2 and the 1. Okay, so one transaction of AP and 2 transaction of AR haven't matched, okay, which is your 60,001. Okay, so we use the split formula for that. So there is no suggested match in our suggested match type. Okay, look here, this 60,000 has been splitted into 30,000 transaction. Okay, so the invoice is same and the date is same, the only different here is the split. Okay, so we also be splitting this with this split icon. We haven't discussed this previously, so split the amount in 30,000. Save it. Okay, so look here, the amount has been split in 2 difference, which is 30,000 and 30,000, and okay, so when we select all the 4 transactions and we match them, it goes to match. Okay, so look here, no item has been displayed. So this is, we can use this split one over here, which we haven't discussed this. Okay, so we have done it today, which is the split icon over here. So if you want to give the split rule in your transaction and your match type, you can also give there, but if you want, you can also perform this split in this. Okay, you have to just select the transaction with control and just match the transaction like this. Okay, then we have the match. So look here, okay, this match is for our AP. So confirmed match, which is 1-to-1 mapping, and we match 3 transaction with tolerance and 4 transaction with exact match. Okay, the rule name is match with certain tolerance, and the rule name for this 4 are exact match. Okay, and for this transaction we match manual match rule. We use the manual match rule for this particular one. Then we go to our adjustment. Okay, so here you see we have two adjustment over here, which is in our AR. Okay, so the tolerance which you have given has been gone to your adjustment tab, which we have created as other round of error. Okay, in our match type. So this root transaction gone to your adjustment like this. That's why we created adjustment in our match type. What else we have here? Okay, now close this and go to your transactions, and there just have a look with your data sources. Okay, my data source, first select the transaction which is ARAP, and operation is equals to, first we will be seeing the transaction of AR, which is our source system. Okay, look here, each and every transaction have been confirmedly matched, and when we search for AR, this is for AP, previous one is for AP, and this is for AR. Okay, same goes here, all the transaction has been confirmed match. You can see the status here, confirmed match. Okay, so this is all about APAR, quite a small topic, but you have to understand this case in transaction matching. Okay, so we have discussed intercompany transaction matching. Okay, first delete this, delete it. Let me highlight it because we have completely done it. So today's date is 16th of September. Control C. Fine. So we have did this, which is the intercompany transaction matching. Okay, fine. If any doubt comes, let me know in the comment section, so I'll be taking it out in your previous session. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.